Hello, Mara. You look nice today. And no one really talks about this because everyone's too busy making like lewd jokes and weird jokes regarding Mara. Not that those jokes aren't justified. Mara's costume design is very well done. It's 9.3 out of 10. Like, this is very unique and it represents the character very well. Well, at least based on what my limited understanding of the character is, since I've limited interactions with her since I'm basically a free to play player. And that being said, as a free to play player, Riven's Wishes is a massive W and a kind of a massive L as well. I'll say this is a massive W for Bungie because this is definitely going to affect play rates in the next 6 weeks. So a lot more people are going to be playing in the game because this is exciting for people who don't have Lightfall, people who middle of the road, people who they have a lot of stuff unlocked, but they could get some more, and this would really help them out. And for people who just have everything in the game, they just want some ornaments, like some cosmetics, fun stuff. Like, I think this is pretty cool how like it helps out everyone. It's kind of weird to we have all this blank space here. Why can't we just make it like stack on top of each other so it doesn't feel like lots is missing? However, and I do appreciate Fallout giving an apology saying that he was wrong, or if you saw his initial video that he did delete, he said it's not a big deal that they have the exotics there. I do appreciate him like saying, oh, he misunderstood how it works and issuing an apology, even though he said like, oh, I was wrong, but I'm still mostly right, because he can say things like that because he's Fallout.
Literally give you a guaranteed exotic armor on a knockout system, meaning you'll probably get what you don't yet have. Therefore, most people shouldn't spend wish tokens on exotic armor because they can use Vex Incursion to get everything that they're missing. I still stand by that statement, but I have new info.
I want to also say that people like Fallout, Datto, scumbags like Aztec Cross, they have a pace of privilege in this game where, ignore the chaos here, this is my fun loadout and I haven't like fixed things yet. They have such a pace of privilege in this game because this is their livelihood. This game pays their bills, and I really wish that I one day have such a privilege like that. That is the dream, which is why you should like and subscribe. But no pressure. It only like fulfill my dreams, but genuinely like no pressure. But I'm just saying that's the dream. But anyways, so they have a very thorough understanding of the game, but they also have like all the things they could possibly want basically in the game. Their understanding of the game is very different. So he was completely wrong regarding what he said, that it doesn't really matter. The exotics don't really matter, but he's also had a grain of truth to it as well. We'll get into that, why it's so complicated. So, how this works. You get 6 tokens, right? And those 6 tokens can buy 6 things. Easy enough. However, each token, it's going to last for 6 weeks, and you only get 1 token each week. So someone on Reddit did say that if you miss a week, you can get the tokens in the following week. So if you missed 5 weeks, you can get all 6 tokens in that final week, which is pretty cool. I guess there's not gonna be a grace period if you missed the last week's token, but unless there will be. But that's pretty cool. However, this is an interesting dilemma for free-to-play players or people who don't have Lightfall. Because this is awesome. If there wasn't a token limit, I would just play this game so much. I just want to say, if there was no token limit, I would go berserker playing this game. Like, this would be so... Like, I would farm the mess out of this. Like, this would be incredible. We would play so much Destiny, too. I know you can't obviously do that for obvious reasons. You have to limit it to 6. And I'm not complaining about that. But I'm just saying, it's worth thinking about. Like, we would play the game a lot. And we're nearing the game's life cycle. I mean, come on, we should get a little... It's time we start getting I'm not saying we have to do this right now, but it's time to start getting a little looser with things. Start getting a little freaky, am I right? Like, this is time to get a little freaky. We're nearing the game's life cycle. It's time to be a little more lenient with, like, things you can do. But in terms of leniency, this is very lenient that is allowing us to do this. And hopefully they do have genuinely high stats. But the problem is most of these exotics are bad. I've never seen a hunter use these really, like, ever. I've seen like once or twice in Crucible. Like, okay, I'm not a glaive boy, but I guess I could change my personality if I want to, but that's really for PvE, and I don't want to do that for PvP. Of course, you can get these, very important, you probably already know what I'm about to say. You can get these with the tokens, but you're not going to unlock Strand magically without Lightfall. So you can get these exotics without Lightfall, of course, using the tokens, but you're not going to unlock Strand using the tokens or magically by getting this exotic. You have to buy Lightfall to get Strand. So this exotic, unless you think it's cool, it's not. It looks really gross. And I don't think... Does it have an ornament? It's just not showing the ornament. So this exotic is just useless. There's no reason to do that to someone. I can't believe Fallout did that to someone. This is kind of doesn't really help me. Maybe it's for PvP. I'm more of a PvP. I'm in the boat where it's like, if it gives me an edge in PvP, it's either give me an edge in PvP or make me a destroyer of worlds in PvE. That's just kind of how I feel like Destiny 2 is at the moment, since PvP is kind of like, it carries the game's life-ish, but it's also like in dead spots, but it's also it's fairly lacking in terms of rewards. And then Iron Manor is a fun thing that comes around. And then PvE, it's like, just have the fun loadout. My view on it is just have a fun loadout where you just destroy things, or just have a destroyer of worlds loadout so you can get things done as soon as possible. I can't believe I fixed my grenade launcher. That's embarrassing. I think I was going to try to use that, but it was power level locked for me to fix all that. Anyways, that's going to be fixed later. So that makes it a real weird issue, because none of these exotics I would be recommended. So for hunters, you're in a weird bind. Fallout did bring out Fallout. Like, I'm obsessed with him. Fallout did say that some of these for Titans and whatnot. This is such a stupid. Is this the helicarrier head one? Jesus, that's so ugly. Whoever designed that needs to be instantly fired. For Warlocks and for Titans, there might be something there. For Hunters, we're kind of in a bind. Like, I do have a Titan account, but I've never used it. I do plan on using it. But this really puts Hunters in a bind. Like, this is a really weird situation for Hunters who don't have Lightfall. Because, yeah, I want to unlock these, but none of these look cool. The left arm doesn't look cool-ish. Like, I'm willing to change my whole personality if the armor looks cool. And I can't even see the whole thing, which is very frustrating, so I have to look it up online. But it doesn't look like... I don't like this huge, big armor thing. Like, that looks pretty sick. It does look pretty sick with the shader. But I have to change my whole game personality. And I don't really want to use glaives in PvP, because that's what I mainly do. Again, if that's like a god killer thing, Destroyer of Worlds, that glaive exotic, then maybe. It looks solid because this is black, but there's the stupid annoying Cheeto orange, not Cheeto orange, but that orange in the back, orange on the bullets. That's kind of spicy right there. Alright, man, my loadout looks so good with the gold. Like, it doesn't look the worst. It's pretty decent looking, but it doesn't really help me, like, solve any, like, niche. It's kind of like, oh, I'll get it. But, like, if there's any I need to get, unless this is, like, a sleeper exotic, I would probably get this one. But that's a huge, complicated issue. But my perspective of the game, of what's going on, because this is so hard, you don't understand how hard it is to figure out anything when you're missing DLCs. When you have DLCs in this game, it's so easy because you just have access to everything. But for this, my understanding of it is I need to have, and please correct me if I'm wrong, make fun of me, sure, but just tell me the right answer after you make fun of me if I'm being stupid. But my perspective is I have to do the Last Wish raid to get those, and I can't do the Last Wish raid because I don't have Forsaken, and that there's something good going on with public events here, the Blind Well events here, in the last city, or the dreaming city. There's something good. I don't know what that is. I have to look up figure out what that is, and whether it's something good that helps me because I don't have Lightfall or Forsaken, or I'm missing things. So it's very frustrating and weird and convoluted. But if it's true that you need Forsaken to dumb it down, that you need Forsaken to get these items, or you need the new season to get these items. Yeah, it says Last Wish weapons, so I guess I can't get those. I don't have the Last Wish. So my understanding of what I should do is buy one of these. Just pick one of these that I like. Probably the Speedloader Slacks, but I'll pick one of these that I like, and then just use the Rat 5 on something like this. Choose which weapon is the best to craft. The objectively best craftable weapon. Probably not going to choose a hand cannon since I have Crimson and Hawkmoon. And I do have Rose, and you can get Rose from the Zavala and do your focusing, whatever. So probably not going to do that. Also, Deep Sight Harmonizers are like the worst thing in the world. Our Deep Sight Harmonizer thing is an additional annoyance and frustration to the limitations of being free to play. But hey, free to play is free to play. You get what you can. I'm getting a lot out of a game for just spending money on one DLC. Even though there's too many, but that's a whole rant. Sorry. So my plan is to just get one exotic, best one that I think that helps me the best, and then just choose the best Last Wish raid reward. Get 5 of them, get the pattern, craftable, it's done and over with. That's my plan for that. I think this is stupid. Like Fallout was saying, just get this. It seems, especially the exotic cipher, it seems like a really, really ignorant waste of time to bother with this stuff. Like I would say, if you're a new player, maybe exotic cipher would be good, but this seems to me like this is only if you're like, you play this game a lot and you have a place of like privilege like Fallout or Datto, or you're a very loyal Destiny 2 player, you have everything. This is like a fun little thing for you to unlock and get stuff on your best weapons. Like, that makes sense. I understand that. I think that's good on Bungie's part that they're allowing those. I think it's stupid to for most of the community to prioritize that. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this. This video is supposed to be very short, but ended up being very long, but length is better. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully that made some sense. I really think this event is pretty cool. It's very sucky that I can't do it all at once. It's long and drawn out. Especially if you missed that last week. It seems like things are going to really suck. But it is what it is. And hopefully I can craft a weapon for basically free. Just going to put a little bit of work in. And I like that model where you just put a little bit of work in and you just get what you want. It just sucks that it's all going to be over like a 6-week span and I have to really earn that crafted thingy, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's end it before it hits 15 minutes. Have a great day, like and subscribe, and be respectful to Mara, cause she's mine. Just kidding. I pray to a higher power.